Hello, lovely people of the internet. ᴿᵉᵐᵃᵏ here. This is a redo of a prior storytime video I did several months back, which I have currently unlisted. The link will be in the description here. So anyways, you might be thinking, 1. Who the heck is this accursed freak on my screen, and how do I get him off of it? 2. What's so cool about him going to West Virginia anyways? Well, I'm ᴿᵉᵐᵃᵏ, at this point, small YouTuber who loves to yap and be a havoc-inducing creature, or who, time to time, does art. Yeah. I'd say these types of videos are perfect to put in, like, another tab, if you just want to hear, like, random as heck yapping while you draw, doom scroll, or whatever you guys do anymore. Yeah, so yeah, or you can just watch it and watch the madness unfold before your very eyes. As for getting me off this screen, that's a story for another time and a different place. Second of all, this West Virginia story will be of interest if you love cryptids, the Appalachian wilderness, or just a fellow person yapping and just showing, like, the wholesomeness of being human. Now, as per YouTube policy, I gotta input some shameless plug to tell you, yes you, I know, I see you right there. Yeah, you need to like and subscribe. Liking will help the algorithm push me onto more people, so For You pages. So yeah, I can spread it further, and then if you subscribe, well, then you'll get to see more of me on your For You page when I start posting more, or streaming, or really whatever I deem as a good idea for content, which is basically anything that is morally good. Yeah, so now that the algorithm gods are satiated, off to what you're here for. So to start this part off, I will tell you our little cast so far. It's just me and Mama ᴿᵉᵐᵃᵏ. This all started in summer of 2024, so, like, okay, it's 2026, so yeah, I'd say, like, yeah, 2 years ago. Gosh, sorry, math is not my strong suit sometimes. Began in Florida, did not begin that interesting. Fueled here, fueled there. Ate at Waffle House once. I mean, that's really about it. I mean, we went outside of the abnormal range I'm normally used to, because at the time I was like 17. Yeah, it was fairly fun. I ate at a Waffle House for lunch. Stuff got crazier when we got to Georgia. One of the first things we saw was a ton of billboards, including one of them leading to the Georgia Bigfoot Museum, which is hilarious since it's on the opposite side of the state, might I add. Like, you have to pass through Atlanta, everything else, before you even have a likelihood of getting near it. So yeah, that was funny. So it took us through mountain passes, Atlanta, until we came up on a small town around 10 miles-ish, I'd say, from the Tennessee-Georgia border. Yeah, so then we ate at Moe's, which in my other video, yeah, I said I really like Moe's. It did taste pretty good. Then we got to a hotel. It was a small local hotel. Remember, people, support local businesses. Always a good thing to do. It's a good service. The bathroom was, although really, really tiny, like, I had to be pressed up against the wall in order to get the door closed. Which, I mean, yeah, seriously. Because again, like, I'd say there was like, what? I'd say like 3.5 feet from the toilet to the door. So yeah, it was crazy. Come to think of it, I don't even think I had a shower at all either. Or at least not a bath, that's for sure. So yeah, fell asleep to the lovely sounds of rain and thunder as I knew my odyssey was yet to commence. In the morning, we begun with the Bigfoot Museum, also known as Expedition Bigfoot. Heading there was awesome. Tons of footprint casts, a map of Georgia and the Florida Bigfoot sightings, ranging from sorry about that, Georgia to Florida as a whole, maybe even Alabama. I don't exactly remember. There was also a lot of alleged evidence of Bigfoot there, from footprint casts to the alleged Yeti scalp. They also had an exhibit centered around the Ape Canyon incident, which is technically, if you're a fan of Bigfoot, the first modern Bigfoot sighting. So yeah, a little bit of Squatch history for y'all. Well, I have recommended stopping by. Yeah, I mean, after all, I mean, they have a pretty good gift shop, too. And, yeah, I mean, I even got a mood ring from it. I mean, look. See him? Little tiny Squatch. Yeah, so this gift shop's also important because that's how we learned about another cryptid-related museum in the Appalachians. More on that later. So this is around when we started feeling a contrast between Florida and the Appalachians, was once we entered Tennessee. Because that's when the Appalachians truly began. Saw a lot more wildlife than ever. I mean, it's like we couldn't even go 10 miles without seeing a single deer. That was until we got on like a busier highway. Ate at Wendy's. It's pretty fun, I guess. I mean it's Wendy's. It's all right. I mean, it's good for fast food restaurant standards, but definitely not as good as Tim Hortons. More on them also later in this video. So yeah. After that, we passed briefly through Kentucky, then Virginia, then ultimately West Virginia until we made it to Fairmont, where we met up with my aunt and uncle who live in Fairmont, and we just kind of stayed with them for like the rest of this trip. So yeah, if you're wondering what kind of home base we have, well, now you know. We ate dinner, we got set up for bed, and we established our own base. Now it's time to talk about what happened for like a ton of random shtick that happened throughout it. So the morning was chill. On the next day, most stuff didn't happen here, other than bonding with the fam, watching a ton of cryptid videos on the site you're watching this on. Unless someone stole me video. In which case, shame them for it. Or if you're the one who stole it, shame on you. Alright, so yeah. We vibed, went around to all sorts of restaurants. Then we went to Flatwoods in West Virginia later. Now, Flatwoods is popular for the Flatwoods Monster and also the Flatwoods Monster Museum. Except the Flatwoods Monster, which is named after the town, isn't in Flatwoods. They put the dang thing in Sutton, which is a town next to it. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Flatwoods is tiny. It's like, from what I remember, it was like 20 houses, Taco Bell, this one restaurant buffet, and like maybe a farm. I don't know, it was tiny. Sutton was at least reasonably big. Or I think they even had a basketball court there. I mean, I don't remember. I mean, but it was definitely way more populated. That's for sure. So yeah, the Flatwoods Monster is a very cool cryptid or alien type of thing. So yeah, pretty cool. Now another cool place I went to was the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, aka one of the oldest lunatic asylums ever built. It was built pre-Civil War, continued running all the way up until the late 1980s. Then turned into a museum in 2007. Apparently they would have done it 7 years earlier, but they had to remove all the floor tiles because they were lined with asbestos. Remember people, asbestos will give you cancer if you ain't careful. Why did I laugh about that? I mean, it's asbestos. I mean, probably good. I like how obscure it is. But yeah, it is also considered the most haunted place in the state, which can confirm. It is irrelevant, but I'm not one to speak about since, not a big fan of talking about non-scientific stuff, since, most of my cryptologistics is based on science and science alone. This is why cryptozoology is considered a pseudoscience. Anyways, we just generally vibed for the rest of the time. Improved my art style. Kind of became halfway to what you see it today. Yeah, went to a church party with some of their friends. And went home later that morning or night. I watched the announcement trailer for Metroid Prime 4, not the announcement trailer, the reveal trailer. Gosh, it was awesome. I also went to Tim Hortons at some point, which, oh my god, absolutely amazing. Coffee there was good, the donuts were good, the sandwiches were amazing, seriously, it was amazing. And if you're Canadian, I envy you, because you guys have a lot of Tim Hortons, and Florida doesn't have any, if I recall. So yeah, now for something you guys probably clicked on specifically for this video. Mothman and everything. Yeah. So then we later on went to Point Pleasant, West Virginia. This place is important for cryptid enthusiasts because, all the creature behind the red glowing eyes in the late 1960s. Of course you know what I'm talking about. The Grafton Monster. Nah, I'm just kidding. Mothman. It's Mothman. I mean, I told you earlier. It's way smaller than the Bigfoot Museum, but had way more content. From all the news headlines about couple sees man-sized bird thing, something. A tiny model of the Silver Bridge. A taxidermied owl that was said in life to be a possible culprit to what the Mothman was. It was a snowy owl. Well, and then there was the Mothman statue. Oh, alright. That tall dude was made of steel. I got a photo with the tall dude himself. Don't have it with me right now, but yeah. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. That was the last day there before we started setting off to home. Well, afterwards. Yeah, so yeah. Rain got a little crazy with time. Once we got to day 2 of the trip home. Day 1 was good. We got to the Carolinas, went to Skateboard Swamp in hopes of seeing the Skateboard Swamp Lizard Man, which, yeah, of course. The Slee Stack ripoff. But yeah, the whole dang hotel we stayed at smelled like cigarette smoke. I mean, So yeah, it was absolutely putrid. But I mean, hey, at least I got to watch Men in Black 3. It rained badly when we got over the Florida border, so we had to stop at another place. Best hotel there by far. It was finally good to get some good sleep. And then later on, our trip drew to a close when we finally made it back home. So yeah, West Virginia is peak for cryptid variety. I do plan to return one day and maybe post a YouTube Shorts about it. This has been Ziphius. Have a good day, fellas. Florida man throws a gator through a Wendy's drive-through window.